playing up there and at Speyside.
Speyside, yes.
Which,
yeah.
if my memory serves me right, that was also on a matting, although it does have a grass wicket. We are, well, Tobago is blessed, to be honest, with a number of really, really attractive grounds, all of which have hosted teams from abroad.
It is that blessing and that understanding that we see the potential for tourism, expanding sports tourism.
Yeah, I love the term sports tourism because you know it really does explain exactly what is available to someone coming from abroad. Come on a holiday and come and play your chosen sport. It doesn't have to be cricket or football. It can be golf. I mean, we've got so many, and all sea-based things as well. So as far as the future for the club is concerned, once we hopefully get back to some state of normality, you said earlier on that it was a community-based club, and it's a strong community. Are you confident that you'll get the community coming back and having a strong Stokely Vale club again?
Very confident, very confident. Just by the length of time the club have existed, they will not.
Too good to miss out.
No, they will not leave us.
I'm glad to hear that.
They will not leave us. And we're building at this level, and I'm happy that we're doing an under-20 tournament, because as opposed to a senior tournament, at under-20 you're really looking forward. Yeah. So this is a good vision by Tiger Tank.
It's been an absolute pleasure chatting with you, Mr. Alfred. Thanks so much.
Pleasure is mine.
Welcome back to the Manny Ramjohn Stadium training field. It's second half action in the ACPORT Spain Central FC game here in the Tiger Tanks Men's Under-20 Invitational Tournament. It is ACPORT Spain. They lead by 1-0. A goal scored in the second minute by Brian Armstrong. Central FC were easily the better of the two teams in the second, in the minutes after that. They really got themselves together, pushed through the work of Justin Lewis, Tristan Lewis, and Stephen James, as well as the midfield work by Anacletus Raphael. They were able to prize out quite a few chances, but weren't able to score. They put the ball in the net once, but it was ruled as a foul on the keeper, Tristan Edwards. The goal that did stand in the second minute was an absolute cracker by Brian Lewis, smashing it in. Volley from outside of the area. One of the best goals in the competition this year. Central FC have a corner here. Akinathan Ashby will take this one. Ashby will knock this towards the far post. It's at the foot of the defender for ACPORT Spain. He knocks it forward. Now they try to strike early here. They struck in the second minute of the game. Can they also do so in the second minute of the first half? Well, so far, not. Wilson staying on the left-hand side here for ACPORT Spain. And the team from North Trinidad against the team from Central Trinidad. That's what it often boils down to. A lot of rivalries, regional rivalries in football, cricket, and all the other sports. Anything between North and South is going to be a tasty encounter. And this one certainly has been. Here is Wilson. Can he get the cross in? He does, but certainly not the best one. And he's given some work there for Richie Piper, who is very much in charge of getting the information out in the tournament. Richard Piper there has done yeoman's service as a referee himself and as an official in Trinidad and Tobago football. Central now heading to the goal to the north side. ACPORT Spain. This is going to be a real foot race here, which is won by Alexander. Gets possession. And there's Jahel Thomas. Now, he's come on in the second half. And so, Jahel Thomas in the second half for the Central FC team. This one's played over the infield. Running onto it here is Warner. He gets the shot off, and that was deflected. But still a good save here by Ricardo Douglas, who still had to dive away to his left to make the stop. Here's Alexander again for Central FC. Good pass, which is taken wide here by Ashby. Bit too wide. Takes a sting out of the attack. That's a clever little pass there by Ashby. But the man in front of him was in an offside position. Raphael running through from the midfield. More spectators coming out in the second half. More cheers appearing out of nowhere. And I'm sure that the spectators for Central FC have felt their team have deserved to get a share of the points already. At least to be on parity in this game. Kendall Alexander certainly has been one who has worked very hard in this game. Here's Thomas for Central FC. Just connected one of his players. That is another one of the substitutes who've come on, Jamar Wilson. But too far ahead of him. Now, ACPORT Spain on the attack here. They've hit it straight to the centre-back and captain, Jamal Oliveri. Central FC pressing here for the equalizer early in the second half. Well, that is hit very high and downfield. And he has managed to get it. It's on a run here for Wilson. Wilson, can he get the cross in? It's well saved by the keeper. Ricardo Douglas does well to come out to make the stop. Wilson had gotten past Shea Wiltshire and was on his way goalward, but was stopped by the keeper. It's going to be a goal kick. Well, no, it's actually going to be a throw-in here for Central, which they have already taken. That's a giveaway in the midfield. Hutchinson has it. Hutchinson on a great run. Hutchinson gets the shot and scores. A great goal here by Keshawn Hutchinson. Took the ball in the midfield, ran through the heart of the Central FC team, and hit a very fine shot beyond Ricardo Douglas and into the corner of the net. This was the moment where they had the opportunity to get past him. And really, it was, he got past Akinathan Ashby in the middle rather easily. Jeremiah Thomas was just a spectator, and the only man to put in a challenge was Joel Ransom. But by the time he got to Keshawn Hutchinson, he had already fired one across the keeper and into the corner of the net. So Central lead 2-0 here. And now, despite all their fine work, Central FC, AC Port of Spain take the lead by 2-0. So minute 51, AC Port of Spain take the lead here. Great disappointment for Central FC. Can they find a way back? No team has come back from 2 goals down in this tournament to win a match. The only team that has gotten a point from 2 goals down is St. Clair's Coaching School in that wild 4-4 game in Tobago a few weeks ago. St. Clair were actually down 2-0 inside the first few minutes. Now a chance here again for... Oh, that was great and well done there by AC Port of Spain. But Warner turned inside his man well. But the follow-up shot was not up to standard. Back on the attack here, AC Port of Spain. With a third goal, certainly put the match beyond Central FC. They've been stung here, Central, in the second half. Players are just at walking pace in the middle. Here's Wilson, he's storming in again. And another opportunity for AC Port of Spain. And the final shot is driven high over the bar. But they've had a couple of chances now since the goal has come. And Central look shell-shocked here by that second goal. A lot of good work in the first half and also at the start of the second half. But they have not been able to find their scoring touch. And that's why AC Port of Spain, 2 real chances here. And they've scored 2 out of them. Wilson can't keep that in play on the far side. In fact, was adjudged to have come off the Central FC player last. Central FC coach here just directing the traffic for his team. AC Port of Spain, excuse me. Oh, a mistake at the back. This could be the chance for Central to get back one, but it's well saved by Tristan Edwards. So we've had chances at either end now. He's kept that in play. Here is Wilson. Armstrong. Martin. For AC Port of Spain. That's a good pass. Oh, it squirms past the defender, and there could be a chance for 3, and it is there. Ronaldinho Clark has scored. A mistake at the back, and now AC Port of Spain. They look destined to take the 3 points now. There was the error. It was played towards Ransom. He missed it. Tried to take it on the outside of the right foot, and Ronaldinho Clark had the easy opportunity and put it past the keeper. Ransom is involved in he's certainly feeling the hurt here. He and Kendall Alexander having a few words here in the midfield, just discussing it, the post-mortem going on. Alexander looks hugely disappointed, as I'm sure is Joel Ransom. But I think the error really started from him trying to take the ball with the outside of the right foot, not the contact surface you want to control. So 3-0 inside 55 minutes. And certainly the destiny of this game has been perhaps sealed within the space of 10 minutes at the end of the first half. Keeper opts to take this one here for AC Port of Spain. And Central FC, who won their last game, looks like it's not going to be another win for them here in this one. AC Port of Spain drew 0-0 with Police. Good showing from them that day. Tournament also taking place in Tobago. There's a Trinidad group and a Tobago group. 10 teams in Trinidad, 10 in Tobago. 5 in Tobago. And one round of play here in Trinidad with the 9 matches. The winner of the Trinidad group will play the winner of the Tobago group, where there are in fact 2 rounds being played. AC looking for another goal here. Got the cross in, cleared at the first post by the skipper, Oliveri. They've made 2 changes in the first after the first half. Jadel Thomas and Jamar Wilson have come on. But so far, they've looked a different proposition in the midfield. Just a run of Kashawn Hutchinson really spoke a lot about the lack of solidity in the midfield. He just stormed straight through the middle of Central FC and was able to score. They certainly were rocked by that. And then the third goal coming a mistake by Joel Ransom, and it was easy task here by Ronaldinho Clark to knock that one into the back of the net. 3-0. Police won their first game 3-0. But we haven't had too many blowouts in the competition. Perhaps the biggest blowout was the first game of the competition, where St. Clair's Coaching School defeated Stokely Vale FC at the Montgomery Recreation Ground. And St. Clair's were actually 3-0 ahead after 16 minutes of that tournament match. And every now and again you see the players here just tripping over the ball. And that's of course because the grass is still a little bit too high here. Some of these touch players will struggle with the ball. It's holding up in the surface. Well, that's not true. That is a good pass to Clark here. And Clark also slipping. And he gets the cross off. A chance here for AC Port of Spain. At the feet of Warner still. Can he get the shot off? Trying to find a way to shoot here. And finally it's lashed wide off the mark by Marshall. Jaheim Marshall got the shot off eventually, but not the best of angles here for him to strike that one at goal. So AC Port of Spain looking good for a 4th here. And yeah, so just 1-5-0 drubbing in the tournament so far. That's the most any team has won by in the competition. There have been a few games in which 3 goals were scored by one team. Youth Stars in Tobago also scored 3 to win their game against Bethel. Of course, there was that wild 4-4 game where St. Clair's Coaching School tied with FC Tobago Phoenix. What a game that was. And I think that the best goal of the competition came in that game. Jariel Arthur's free kick from 30 yards. Came off the underside of the bar and into the net for a 4-all draw. In the context of the game and certainly the quality of the strike, that still stands as, to me, at least the best goal of the competition so far. But I think Brian Armstrong's volley to start the scoring today, that certainly has been the best of the 3 goals in this competition, in this particular match here in South. A little bit of a hold up here. An hour gone in this one, and they're just about ready to take the free kick. And Richard Piper there in the black and white, just moving away to look at something here. Such a busy guy. Richard Piper always has gets involved in the games, and this one, as we see here, this is a substitution. I think Ronaldinho Clark has come off here. Ronaldinho Clark has come off the field, so I think he's been substituted by ACPORT of Spain. Throw in by Ashby. So 3-0 ahead now, ACPORT of Spain. And they are looking good for a win in the competition here. They just had that 1 point that they got in that draw with Police. So if they can get a win here, that'll take them up to 4 points. And that should lift them up to 5th place in the table. It's been that close at the bottom 5 here in this competition in Trinidad. Here's the man who's come on. That's Jaheim Frederick. Yeah, he gets the cross in, but that is powerfully hit. Hits it to Armstrong. He is dispossessed, but it stays with ACPORT of Spain. Here is Martin. Armstrong again involved in the move. Wilson on the far side. Looking for the run here of Martin. He's dispossessed. And was that a foul? The referee says play on. There's a player down, so he decides to play on here. Jordan Ferguson has also come on here for Central FC. That's just as the camera was picking up the action behind the goal. Here is Fredericks. Brito is out there. Can Brito get the cross in? Well, nothing comes of it on the far side. Wilson tries to get forward here for ACPORT of Spain, shielding the ball well. So Rashawn Brito also coming on during that break. So 4 substitutions made here already by Central FC. So quite a few changes in the second half. Now they're off to the races here. And Jaheim Frederick, who's come on in the second half for Port of Spain, the ACPORT of Spain team. He's gone down here. And he and his opposite fellow number 2, Jamal Oliveri, they are having a little bit of a shouting match here. And Oliveri is going to get the yellow card for the tackle. First yellow card of the match here at the Manny Ramjohn Stadium training field. And ACPORT of Spain, a win would do their chances no end of good. At the top of the table, Defense Force getting 3 wins in a row. And they look like the team to beat here. Yes, Wilson. Oh, that's a powerful shot by Wilson. And that came off. It didn't trouble the keeper much. I think it hit the wire at the back there. And that's why it may have looked close to the goal. It wasn't. Here's Ferguson. Taken away from Ferguson. Now back with Central FC. A little bit of scrappy period of play here. It's a nice shot of the Avenue of Palms here in Marabella. Fine sight to see the palmist trees. You understand that the center of it, the heart of it as it's called, actually makes for a good curry. If you've ever had it, I have, and it's a pretty good dish, but it's a waste of a great tree. Knocked away here by ACPORT of Spain. Wilson trying to move his team forward. He does so with a lot of speed. Confronted by Wilshire. Now decides to go backwards. Martin. Frederick's flick was not a great one. ACPORT of Spain ahead 3-0 here. Now here's Armstrong. Gets the pass in. That's a good pass. There could be another here. Jaheim Frederick was in for a moment. They have also brought on Jarrell Griffith, the number 19, ACPORT of Spain. Now this one's knocked over, looking for the run here of Javon Best, who's also come on in the second half. Number 23. Now turning with it here for AC Port of Spain is there is Jarrell Griffith, who's come on. He's playing on the right side here for AC Port of Spain. Yeah, he's the man who's come on for to replace Ronaldinho Clark, who was playing on this side. Now it's knocked in towards Griffith here. Griffith, off to the races. He's past the defender. He's inside the box, beating him a second time. Now a chance to score, and he does. That is a brilliant run by by Griffith, in fact, running through the entire length of the left side for Central FC and has given AC Port of Spain a 4-0 lead here. Here's how it happened. Picked it up inside, just inside the half, and he had Thomas in front of him. He left him for dead. Thomas recovered sufficiently. He just got past him the second time, cut inside Oliveri, and then past the keeper and into the corner of the net. What a fine run that is by Jarrell Griffith. He's just come on, and celebration here for the AC Port of Spain team. The number 19 makes it 4-0. That is certainly another one of the outstanding goals we've seen in this Tiger Tanks men's under-20 tournament. So certainly, if there was any doubt before, the point certainly should be going here with AC Port of Spain to the north. They line up a couple of substitutions on the far side of the field. And Central FC, they have been torn apart here in the second half. 3 goals in 15 minutes in the second half. And they are looking a very forlorn team at the moment. They restart play here. And the likes, I think it's just too many changes in the second half. All of the chemistry that was there in the first half is completely evaporated here for Central FC. 5 substitutions in the second half, and I think there's actually a 6th made on the far side. We didn't quite get the right angle on it, but with the substitutions made, just a bit too much here for Central FC. They've lost their cohesion, they've lost their shape, and the runs of Jarrell Griffith and by Ronaldinho Clark have left them certainly bereft of ideas at the moment. That's where AC Port of Spain, they are certainly flying high at the moment. Hutchinson with the forward ball. Now knocked over towards Griffith again. He's off on another one of those little runs of his. Taken away from him that time by Javon Best, who has slotted into the right back position. And it's down the left side for the Central FC team. That's where they have struggled. That's where all of the chances have come true. Now they have a chance of their own if they can find a spare player here. Brito tackled out of it. Now given back to AC Port of Spain. That's knocked through. Can he get the cross in? Wiltshire is tackled, and they have taken it away here. And AC Port of Spain go the other way. A lot of spaces opening up here now. And here is Warner forward to Frederick. Frederick finds Martin again. Back to Frederick. Can he get the shot off now? Out of play on the far side, and all of a sudden, you're not seeing the grey shirts. They've just disappeared. It's a ghost town in the center of the park here for Central FC. Players seem to have abandoned their positions. They have had the stuffing knocked out of them here by these trio of goals inside 15 minutes in the second half. Martin and company just enjoying themselves now. They're just roaming around with the ball unfettered here at the moment. What a turnaround it's been. Central FC very much in charge in the latter part of the second half. They were stroking the ball around well. They were getting chances. But then I think those changes in the second half certainly had disturbed the cohesion of the team. And AC Port of Spain seizing on that. And 3 goals. 54th minute to Kashawn Hutchinson. 55th minute for Ronaldinho Clark. And then Karel Griffith with that outstanding run from deep inside the Central FC half. Knocked downfield, and it will find Frederick here. Frederick, he has one player inside with him. That's Griffith. Griffith's coming through the center. Here's Frederick again, and he's almost scored a second. These two wingers are just tearing the Central FC team apart here. That could have so easily been 5-0. Another great run here by Jaheim Frederick. He and Griffith, very similar players in their approach to the game. And what a run that was. He should have capped it off with a goal. Fredericks will get the throw-in on the far side. Well, he's had 2 very good runs here. No goals for him yet. Jaheim Frederick came on in the second half. Number 2 just holding his sides there, walking off. It's been a hot afternoon here in Marabella. Usually is. Now they will send Williams, who is on the field here for... Well, he's almost... should he have punched that over? Almost dropped that on the doorstep for one of the AC Port of Spain players to knock that in. For the moment, everything is going the way of AC Port of Spain. Central FC can't seem to get an attack going here. It's crossed and hit, overhit here. No one from a central perspective can get anywhere close to it. When they start the discussion on where things went wrong, I think that rash of substitutions in the second half certainly will be one of the talking points in this game. Central FC, within the first 15 minutes, they made, I make it 5 substitutions. That certainly has altered the team chemistry. He almost got himself a yellow card there, Karel Griffith. Yeah, but he has gotten a yellow card. Why would you do that? Handled the ball inside, just 10 meters away from the referee. Obviously, he's going to notice that. I think he may have been mistaken that this was just one of those matches on the Savannah. It's not. This is the Tiger Tanks Men's Under 20 tournament. A serious tournament here between teams in Trinidad and Tobago. 67 matches, 12 weeks. That's well taken by Edwards. Hasn't had a precious lot to do here. He's knocked this one down towards Griffith. He's not going to get possession here, but it is going to go to Wilson, who's back on the right side. Williams thought he had a chance to run away with that, but nothing doing for AC Port of Spain. Now it's with Central. Ferguson robbed of it. Now it's the other number 10 involved. That's a fine pass played by Williams. And now Griffith is off here. He knocks it forward towards Wilson, who cuts inside 2 on the left foot. Wilson! And scores! Similar goal to that of Karel Griffiths. And once again, the left side of the Central FC has been their weak point. And AC Port of Spain have ripped them open again. Past Thomas, past Raphael. and buried into the corner of the net, despite the presence of Shea Wilshire coming in. Another fine goal here for AC Port of Spain, and they have equaled that damage done by St. Clair's coaching school against Stokely Vale. It's now 5-0, and it is the best scoreline for any team in the competition. They lead Central FC 5-0 here, and what a half an hour it's been here in the second half. Central FC have blown this game wide open. They have secured the points, I'm sure, already. 4 goals within the space of 24 minutes in the second half. A great performance here by AC Port of Spain, and they should go on to win this now. Hopefully this can spur them on to better things in the competition. They didn't have a great start, lost their opening game, but now they've gotten a very creditable draw against Police, and now they're 5-0 ahead here of Central FC. Can they get another one here, which would be the best scoreline, best score in the competition? This one's shot towards goal, but rather tamely hit, and it easily to the keeper. Central now haven't been able to mount an attack for quite a while, and now they're giving up some more space here, and almost space there for Warner to run into and in on goal. This weekend there have been matches already. On Saturday in Tobago, Bethel United and St. Clair's coaching school clashed. St. Clair's getting a 2-0 win there. Stokely Vale and New Stars United tying 0-0. So New Stars, who had won their previous 2 matches, only getting a point there. They're now equal on points with St. Clair's, have gone back to the top of the table on goal difference. Wilson gets the cross in here at the Manny Ramjohn Stadium training field. Could there be a 6th here for AC Port of Spain? He's gone down. He's appealing for a penalty. The referee says there's nothing in it. Well, there's a pushing and shoving match going on there. Something was said, and Jeremiah Thomas said something, and Frederick was not happy with it, and he shoved away the number 3 from Central FC, Jeremiah Thomas. And Frederick, I don't think, is going to escape punishment from the official here. He shouldn't. He lashed out at Jeremiah Thomas, and an unsavory incident here. The referee is now going to have a talk with 2 players. That's Jamal Oliveri and Jaheim Frederick. The 2 number 2s here will be spoken to by the official. And there's another confrontation taking place here. Jeremiah Thomas also having some words here with Keshawn Hutchinson of AC Port of Spain, and I think Jamal Oliveri, he and Jaheim Frederick. And Frederick is saying that he's trying to explain to the captain of the Central FC team. Right, they have the 2 number 2s have solved their problems, but I think there was something said by Jeremiah Thomas towards Jaheim Frederick, and Frederick pushed him away. Now, you can't strike out like players like that, at the players like that, and he's going to get a yellow card. I think he's very lucky to still be on the field, because if I think the referee has taken a lenient view, and he has sent off Jamal Oliveri. And now he's sent off Jaheim Frederick. 2 red cards here being handed out. A straight red for Jaheim Frederick. In fact, no, he gave him a yellow card, and then he said something out of turn, and he has now been sent off. So Frederick sent off. Oliveri gets a 2nd yellow card. He is sent off. And both teams now down to 10 men. A dramatic turn of events here in the 80th minute. It certainly was a situation where Jaheim Frederick went down. He appeared to be appealing for a penalty. He got into a shoving match, and I think it is Jamal Oliveri who said something to him. He pushed Oliveri. Oliveri was booked for a second offense, so he's off with a red card. And Frederick, who got the yellow card initially, he said something else to the official and then got another. He is sent off. So that's two red cards within the space of 1 minute here. So in addition to 5 goals, we've had 2 red cards. What drama here at the Manny Ramjohn Trading Field. And Central FC, they are down 5-0 here. This should give you an idea of what happened. That was the later incident. That was the second of the 2 incidents. Maybe about 2 minutes after, a minute or so after. And Akinathan Ashby was having none. I think not Akinathan Ashby, but Keshawn Hutchinson. He was taking serious offense with something that was being said by Shea Wilshire. So 2 red cards, 5 goals, a lot of action here in Marabella. And still 8 minutes to go. So while all eyes are on the keeper here for AC Port of Spain, that's Central FC, sorry, Ricardo Douglas. So they've lost their captain Jamal Oliveri. He's off with a red card. Jaheim Frederick, who's come on and scored, he's had some fine runs in the second half. He has also gotten himself sent off. Yeah, so a penalty appeal is all stemmed from a appeal for a penalty, and this is the situation here. So there was a pushing, there was pushing and shoving, and you could clearly see there that Oliveri did push at Jaheim Frederick first, but he did retaliate, and that's why he was sent off. Also was complaining to the official. There was dissent shown to the official. He got a second yellow card for that. But Jamal Oliveri, I think he took offense. He felt that Frederick was trying to buy a penalty and said something to him. He shoved him also, and the shoving match started. So some fireworks here at the end of this Central FC AC Port of Spain match. Has been a one-sided encounter. And if you saw the first half and you went home, you would not have believed that it would end up here, at least up to this point, with AC Port of Spain leading 5-0. Central trying to get something back out to the game. At least a consolation would do for them. Jadel Thomas shielded off the ball there. Here's Central now on the attack here. Possible chance if they can get it onto the right foot of Brito. He's appealing for a free kick, I think. Not going to go his way. 5 minutes to go in normal time here. I don't think the referee is going to add too much here in the second half. The game is already done and dusted as far as the points are concerned. Hutchinson goes to ground here. And another incident has sparked up here between Hutchinson and Javon Best. These two having some words here. Javon Best and Hutchinson. And now the keeper for AC Port of Spain, Tristan Edwards, the captain, just having a few words with his right back here. Keshawn Hutchinson just very upset and taking offense to something said to him. It's all boiling over here. Javon Best also getting involved. Free kick has gone the way of AC Port of Spain, and the team in purple will take the points home. But what a stormy encounter this has been, as a very proud team, Central FC. They've now been torn apart in the second half, and there could be more here. Warner attacking along with Williams. They've broken up the attack. Back with Williams here. Jaheim Williams in the center of your picture. Knocked to no one in particular. And that is going to be a goal kick here for Central FC. So this has been the highest scoring match in Trinidad, in the Trinidad leg of the Tiger Tanks men's under-20 tournament. Looking for the crossfield ball here for Griffith. He can't keep up with it. He's fast, Griffith, not that fast. And remember, the top team in Trinidad plays the top team in Tobago. That's what all the teams are fighting for. The Trinidad winner in after 9 rounds of play will play the Tobago winner after 8 rounds of play. Just 5 teams in Tobago, 2 rounds played there. And we are already through the first 4 rounds of the competition. That is going to be a very interesting fixture in the first leg of the playoff, 18th of June at the Dwight York Stadium. Then on the 25th of June at the Hazy Crawford Stadium, that's where the second part of the final will be played. So what sort of picture will that be? Well, Hutchinson just seemed that he did have a word there with Javon Best as the two stepped past each other there. Downfield by Daniel Lake. Now upfield by Lucas. Real chase on here. Oh, was that an untowards tackle there by the man who's come on, Kellon Beard? He apologizes, to his credit, but he seemed to knock over the Central FC player. Martin can't keep that in play. Now, what is this going to do to the fortunes here of AC Port of Spain? They will move up by 3 points. Their first win of the competition. And they look to be moving up here to at least up to 5th place. Yes, they will take over 5th position from Central FC. Central have slipped down to 6th place now. So this is a good result here, a great result, in fact, for AC Port of Spain. Beaten in their first match. They lost out, well, they drew their second game. They really should have won that game. Ronaldinho, Clark, and Wilson had a couple of chances. But Police also had some chances in that. And it was a creditable draw against the Police team. Now here in South, they've come to Central FC, and they've won convincingly here by 5-0, as at least that's what the score is right now, with half a minute to go. And a win here would move them up to 5th place in the table. They'll certainly have some work to do if they are to overhaul the likes of Defence Force and Trendsetter Hawks. But still a long way to go in this Tiger Tanks men's under-20 tournament. Central FC going for the shot here. And not far away from the mark, but credit to Tristan Edwards, who seemed to have that one under control. So he's just calming down those in front of him. So AC Port of Spain will run out winners here. And still we play on. Time has now elapsed. Throw-in taken by Ezekiel Armstrong, who's on for this one. So play continues here. Armstrong is going to take the throw-in once again. And it's just been conducted at walking pace here. AC Port of Spain, they've won this game convincingly. They're not pressing too much here. Central FC are just shell-shocked at the moment. They've also lost their captain, Jamal Oliver, to a red card. Well, so close to getting that one into the box there. Thomas running it clear and just hits it into the bushes on the far side. Not sure who's going to go for that, but it's going to be not an easy task to get that in. Fourth official looking at his watch. Referee looks like he's about to blow this off here. He's got a whistle between his lips. AC Port of Spain. Minute and a half gone of time added on for stoppages. Armstrong finds Martin here. Back downfield here for Central FC. Haven't scored in this match. Looking for a late consolation goal here. Alexander has drifted out of the game in a big way. He's asking for a free kick on the far side. There is none forthcoming. Referee looks at his watch again. Usually some referees in a situation like this where the game is so lopsided in terms of the scoreline, they usually try to end it as quickly as possible. And when there's knocked out of play and the referee has, I think he's called it off here. That's going to be it. Or has he decided that play will continue? Yes, play is going to continue here. Still we play on. Almost 3 minutes of time added on for stoppages here. Central looking for a consolation. They could have it here. It's saved by Tristan Edwards. Corner. Central have another chance here. Yes, the points are gone, but at least 5-1 looks a lot better than 5-0. It's going to be taken here by Jordan Ferguson. And you can see the body language of the Central FC team. Certainly have been well beaten here. Kishon Diaz looking forlorn in the middle of the park. Just trotting after the ball. I think it's that second goal when it went in. That was the hammer blow that destroyed this Central FC team. And the manner of which they have conceded these goals in the second half, it really has torn apart the fabric of this Central FC team. And can they recover their composure? Can they recover themselves for their next match? So the throw-in about to be taken here. Still full of running is Williams. And also is Griffith, who might catch up with this. Doesn't this time, but he was certainly willing to chase after that and look for his second goal. 5 different scorers in this match. Could there be a 6th here as Williams is off to the races? Well, the player goes down, and there it is. That's the whistle that has brought to an end this match. And it's a victory here for AC Port of Spain. They've beaten Central FC, and there is the goal of the match. The first one within the first 2 minutes. Brian Armstrong sending Central FC on their way. This is the second one, an error here, and which is taken up here by Ronaldinho Clark, and he put in the third goal. Then Jarrell Griffith ran through the length of the half to slot home past the keeper for the 4th goal of the match, and then another similar run here. And this was by Josiah Wilson, and he finished with the left foot. So it's a 5-0 scoreline. AC Port of Spain defeating Central FC. Next week, matches once again in the Tiger Tanks Men's Under-20 tournament. Central FC will take on W Connection at the Marvin Lee Stadium at 3 p.m. And then at 4 p.m. at the Larry Gomes Stadium, it's AC Port of Spain versus Caledonia AIA. I'm Vidya Ramphal. Thanks so much for joining me for this broadcast. We leave you with the news that AC Port of Spain have equaled the highest goal scoring in the competition. They've beaten Central FC by 5 goals to 0.